And we are live.
Oh no.
How are you feeling? We are
Yeah,
so ready for this.
yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are. This is the first ever live stream from Outseta, which is the company I work for part time as a developer advocate. And with me today, I have Damien, who is gonna help me do framer stuff because what
Yes,
we want to end up with is a Patreon clone in Framer with Outseta. So Framer will be the website builder, and Outseta will be the subscription management, and together we'll get a Patreon clone.
let's do it.
Let's do it. I am gonna move you over to my other screen. Oh, I am mirrored because I was doing weird stuff on another stream. So let me mirror myself back so it looks like I'm looking at you and the screen I'm going to be sharing. That looks better. I felt like something was off from my Nordic. I often stream, if you check in the description, I stream on my own channel, web development. And I was feeling something was off, and it was because I was looking at myself mirrored. So those are the things that can happen when, it's live. Okay, there we go. I am sharing my screen. So this is what we have so far in Figma. No, and this is Framer.
No, that's Figma.
No, this is Figma. This is Framer. Oh, I didn't realize until now they're both Fs. It's Figma and Framer.
They are just slightly different.
Slightly different. And the funny thing is, I want to call this Patreon clone for fan funded. If you think about the name.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah.
Because we are in Outseta, we are working on multiple kind of businesses, fake businesses, or like fake things that we're making. And we are trying to make a course that's called Peak Performance that will be like an ironic hustle culture course. And then we have Molly's marathoner. She's going to have a community of marathoners. And then this would be then fan funded. So we get the, what's it called? Alliteration? FF?
Yeah. I don't know if it's
FFPP. Yeah, I don't know what the English word for that is. So I usually just head on into this teal draw just to give us a little bit of an what's it called? Overview of what we're trying to do. So what we are trying to do, I mean, we're creating a Patreon clone. Patreon clone. And in essence, that means that we'll need to have some posts be open to the public.
Yep.
And some posts should be for subscribers only. Subscribers only. So then we'll also need a way to subscribe.
Yep.
Subscribe or become a member. Because I guess it's this, like Patreon, I guess OnlyFans, I've never been, and Medium, it's all kind of the same style of website, right? You have some open content, and then you have some protected or gated or lockdown content. I've heard all those three words. A way to subscribe, and then a way to log in, of course. Yeah, I guess that's it.
Yeah.
Sounded so small now. I feel like there's like more. Seems so simple, but there's, we're going to be figuring out what's needed. Yep. So I thought today it's day one. We'll focus on, we'll focus on the template / design, design. And then on day 2, we can add Outseta. And then day 3, we'll make some advanced stuff, some advanced Outseta overrides, I think. At Outseta, like the straightforward way, or like the, I don't know, MVP. Something like that. So if you have any questions, if you're watching and you have any questions after this stream, if you see it after the fact or while we're recording, if you have some questions, ask them even after the fact, because we're going to be coming back on Wednesday and Friday, and we could answer your questions specifically, either Framer or Outseta or the combination. And that can help us inform what you want to see. So as I've wrote in our like advertisement tweet, I am a Framer noob. You've never used Outseta. We're going to figure it out.
Hopefully we will.
I love the like certainty of that. Okay, so let's have a look at what we have. Do you want to talk me through a little bit what we have? So this is the Framer template or project, I guess, as is.
Yeah, so right now we have like a very simple like creator page, sort of, so to speak. So there's no image for like the avatar. There's only like just initials. There's a little bit of description, like profile details, and then at the top there's a way to follow that creator. There's a way to log in if you don't really use the service just yet, and there's a way to register so you can then follow the creator. And then a little bit further down, there's a way to filter the posts that we will likely connect with Outseta at one point or another, to lock and unlock some content. And then we've got a CMS collection in Framer that is just showing up by date. So if you go into CMS, you can add a new entry. Right now, there's no way to make sure that one is locked and one is unlocked, but that's what we're going to figure out, I guess. Then if you click one of those CMS items there, you can change anything you want. There's like the title, the date, there's a date picker, then there's the image, and you can put your content, just like a regular post suggests.
So how is this all just like comes for free with Framer? Or have you said I want title, date, image, content?
Yeah, all of this you can create like new variables. So if you close this pop-up window and there's a new item, no, there's a edit fields at the top, the third button there.
Yeah.
You can go there, you can like add anything you want, name it the way you want, and then you'll have to go back to your component and add those details. But then if you go in the component, you can create a new text field, a new image, and you can assign one of those variables, one of those fields to the very content. So that way, every time you create a new post or a new CMS item, then you have everything you want the way you want it.
So what I'm thinking straight away is that we would actually kind of need a summary or like an excerpt of the post that would be public, that could be public, even for the lockdown ones. So do I do just plus and then like format a text?
Yeah, probably. I don't know if it's exactly what you want. Yeah, you could put your max length there, and then that's probably an excerpt, right?
Yeah. Okay, so we'll just call it public expert, or we just called excerpt. How do you write that? Excerpt.
Yeah, like that.
That looks correct. Okay. This will always be public, even for locked posts. So required. Well, it doesn't have to be required in case you just have an image. You could have an image in the title, but and then maybe like 200, 250. Well, not be stingy. 300. Okay. So, and then I can probably, I like this. I haven't been playing with the CMS collection at all. I've just like popped into Framer to create some of these code overrides, but I haven't done this at all. So this is pretty magical.
It's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. The team has been working hard.
And then I can just go in here and then I can add it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I love it. But maybe it should be plain text.
Yeah. Then I don't know if it's going to be automatically added to the component, but that's something we can look into.
Okay, so then if we go back and we
assets,
go to,
and then you've got post item in the components, or you can double click that component there, one of the posts, just double click it, and then what you do is you create a new text field.
Okay.
which is in the top nav.
Up here. This one?
That one.
The little, and I can just put it in here.
Yeah,
As a coder, I'm like, this is like my
yeah,
job. My job will be gone so fast.
yeah. Firmware is pretty powerful. Like honestly, it's just insane what you can do. It's been like growing so quickly, and like everything they're adding is just another level.
This
Um,
is pretty cool.
but if
Okay,
you type
so
something like type just one word because that's
yeah,
your job is not done yet,
yeah.
just
Well, I was
whatever
like,
it
I'm
is.
done. Excerpts.
Then you press escape, and then that should stay on there, and then you go on the navigation, like the sidebar on the right.
This one.
Yeah, and then if you go
Okay.
down, there is content. You click that
Hmm.
on the left. Yeah, and then set variables, and it's not there. Uh,
Okay, because this is the title, the content, the date, and the image. Maybe I
yeah,
forgot to save. Maybe it's
yeah,
gone now.
it could be.
Is it CMS again? Edit fields. No, there
It's
it
there.
is.
It's there.
Hmm.
Oh, it might be because you don't have. Oh, you have an excerpt in one of the posts.
Well, I didn't write anything, so maybe it there needs to be one of them needs to have some content.
Yeah, perhaps.
Uh, awesome excerpt. And then publish, I guess.
Yeah, it might be why. It might be because you didn't publish and then it didn't really work.
Okay, let's try. Let's try. This is the fun thing of live. We're figuring it out, you know, as we go. Okay, so content plus set. No.
Still not there. Sometimes you have to close the project and then go back to it, or you refresh your browser because you're in the browser.
Okay, let's
Um,
try. Okay, let's try again. Content set variable. No, it's still not there.
Still not
Is there
there.
anything else here in the edit field, new item? Is it like, oh, what did I do? Cancel, select.
I'll have a
Uh,
quick look.
yeah, because you also have access.
Yeah.
This is pretty cool because you can like multiply. So you see, this is me and this is Damien. We're both working inside of this project. So, okay, but if we look at this image, that's how it's done. So you've added the here and you've set it to the image. That is cool. That is cool. I am going to go and look around while Damien works. So what I'm thinking is, I think maybe because we were talking variants, I know I told Damien that I wanted to make variants, but I'm thinking maybe that's for more of the advanced stage, because we can do with Outseta, we can lock a whole page. So I think if in our first case, we can have a page and we'll have the posts and they will open up a new page. And if we then say that the excerpt will always be visible, will always be public, then the only thing we need is to on the let's say the post will open the new page, and then Outseta will make sure if a locked content, kick out if not signed in. So then we don't really need a different variant. Well, we should probably have a different variant just to indicate visually that
Yeah.
The locked ones are locked, and then the public ones are public, so people actually, kind of know that these are these are private or locked ones and public ones. And then we wanted to do that search. We could add that search feature in today.
Yeah.
And then we'll add Outseta on Wednesday. So we had a little bit of a toggle here. And then we had that search here. So we'll do that today. search. Did you figure it out or
Not yet.
hmm.
I'm trying another
Well,
way because
yeah.
the
If we can't make it work, we'll make that happen um on Wednesday. You
yeah.
know, no worries. Um, so because with Outseta, we can then say that something is locked based on the URL or some parts of the URL. So I'm wondering what is the best way to make sure that some of these are locked or not.
It could
Uh,
be one of the fields is something custom.
yeah, that I think that would be normal if we had like a normal CSS collection. But if we're going to be working with Outseta will match on URL. So I'm
Okay.
thinking maybe the locked ones then need to be, for instance, like have a little bit at the beginning of the slug. We'll do like locked,
Yeah. Okay.
um, and then dash, because then we can say in Outseta that every page that starts with lock dash or contains lock dash will be
Yeah.
locked down.
Cool. Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah. But do you know if we can look at this slug URL and then choose the variant based on that? Like if the slug contains lock, then add a little lock icon in Framer. Do you know if that would be
Uh,
possible?
yeah. I guess we're gonna figure that out.
Or we'll do that with a code override. That's the only thing
Yeah.
I know about Framer.
Well, it might be that it's like this the most straightforward way to do
Yeah.
it.
This is locked. I'm gonna do this as a locked post then, so we then have that as a locked post, and we'll update it. Okay, cool. So we have one locked, two open. Yeah. Did it not want to go?
No,
No. Oh,
not yet. Not yet. But I'm working on it.
yeah. Do we want to just leave it be and then we can come back to it?
Cool. Yeah. Let's keep
Yeah.
going.
Do you think it just suddenly will like pop up because it like syncs in the background or something?
Well, it could be. It could really be.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, who knows? Let's keep on going. So I was saying that what we then need is that we need to kind of have a locked version of this post. So this one should look like it's locked, and this one should look like it's not locked.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
So, and then I am just throwing out words here, but I'm thinking variants because I saw a quick framer video and variants seemed like the right thing to use.
Yeah. Yeah. They are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually have a little bit of a design for it, and I'm
Ooh.
creating a new variant that has, if you go on the right there, I just added the members only thing.
Ooh.
Now we just gotta find a way to hide the members only content. And I don't know if you can actually blur an entire variant in Framer. Um,
Yeah, that could be kind of cool. But I think also just having, couldn't we make just in this variant we could just put a what's it called?
like
We could put a square on top of it with an opacity of some sort.
yeah, yeah, we can do
Yeah.
that.
So do I just go for plus,
Um,
or how do you make a square? See, this is the thing. I've been using Framer a little bit, but I have a trouble like just doing the simpler things. Like how do I just like make a colored square? Is it insert?
no, you can actually just go in like layout and add a frame.
So if I go in this like in here,
No, in the top nav, there's
okay, layout.
that one, and then
Oh,
frame. And then if you click that, and then you can just drag the entire thing. Now it's like obviously acting up because you have to set some parameters to it. So
okay. So what do I want to set that to?
you would go to the right and select position type absolute, like you would in CSS, and then
Mm-hmm.
the size you go on the right again.
Oh, okay.
Or,
Yeah, yeah.
well, you can do that, or you can, because we don't know how it's going to act on mobile, so
Mhm.
you just click the size, and instead of fixed, you have, you see the drop down a little bit further down.
Oh, okay. I did an absolute with 000. I was like
Yeah,
right
no, I
in
think
CSS
that's a
style.
good start. Yeah, yeah, that's the
Yeah.
developer in you, right?
Yeah, that's the that's the CSS developer in me.
Then
Okay.
if we want the thing to fully cover like the
Mhm,
entire component, then you
mhm.
select, instead of fixed, you just fit content while it's not there,
Oh,
because I've added it at the top of the thing. So you
mm,
just you just is there a relative one? I think there was a relative one, right?
yeah.
Yeah. And then it's gonna be 100%.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
you
because
need to
now
you need to
suddenly,
put 100 because it's sometimes doing some weird numbers.
yeah,
So
it
if you
was
put
trying to do it was trying to it would like added some minuses here. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, so now it's relative. So now it's going to be 100%
then you
of its
go a little bit
parent.
further down
Yeah.
in the sidebar, and then the fill color, you can select one of the colors that I've already predefined at the
Oh,
bottom. So maybe
so
the dark
maybe.
one,
Oh, it's not like it because I had to zoom in so people could see. Oh, what about this gold? Well, let's do this dark one.
and then put like I don't know 80% or 90% opacity. So it's maybe showing
Mm.
a little bit of the content.
Yeah.
But yeah, um, I think that's like an easy way to do it. There's probably like other fancy ways you can do it, but
Mm-hmm.
um, cool. Yeah,
Yeah, no, I like this one. I like that. Um, but then because I was saying like, and then we could have the excerpt could kind of be on top of this dark. So
yeah,
then the excerpt would always be visible. So let's say that that would always be public. So it's more not an expert excerpt. Maybe we should call it a teaser.
yeah, yeah.
It's like a
Cool.
teaser for the content, and then
Hmm.
when you click it, I think that would be make sense. So then we have the variant one, and then we have variant two. Should we call this variant something so that we know what it is? Can I
Yeah,
name variants?
right click and rename it, like
What did I
at the top
do?
of the artboard.
No, what am I doing? What am I doing? Okay. It's always funny using new tools because like you just do things and suddenly everything just moves. I'm like, what did I do? I didn't do anything. Okay. Well, I'm
You're
trying.
getting
I
there.
am on the clicker, like I'm on the arrow, and then we will do. We don't want to detach it. I feel like at least there
Rename.
renamed.
Yep, yep,
So let's call it then locked. Um, and then we can just have the other one be primary, and then so we have a locked one,
yep,
and then we'll need to go at this homepage, and for some, we're gonna have to try to figure out to get the locked one to have the locked variant and the non-locked one to have the not locked variant.
yep.
And this is, I'm guessing, where we think maybe some code is needs to come in.
It should be, yeah. There might be another way, but I haven't. Like I've done straightforward landing
Yeah,
pages.
yeah.
I haven't really come to doing like proper content
No.
generation.
Okay, so let's do a new override for fan funded. So what I really think is cool with Framer for the developers watching is that anything that you can click on the screen or on the canvas, I think they call it, on the canvas, you can then create a higher order React component for. So you can wrap any of these little things that you click, they are React components, and you can wrap them in your own React components and do whatever you want with code, which, for me, I'm like, whoa, that is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
That is pretty amazing. So they have some examples here. So if we did with, um, I think if we then selected, so we need to select the right box. So we need to select the post item. We can do a code override, and then we could do with random color. I don't know if that anything with hover. And then if we click play, it things happen on hover. That is done
Mm.
with code and not because you can do hover effects with Framer regularly, can't you? Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah,
Yeah,
they
but
have
this is
pretty
just an
powerful stuff.
yeah, but this is just like an example. Um, so this is gonna be funny because I am pretty sure I saw a tutorial somewhere on how to do this. And because you get the full component, I don't know how I can play. What can I preview? I would like to preview this one component so that I can see how that looks, but I don't. Can I just
Yeah,
preview the
I think
post?
if you click play, I think you had it. If you click play, then now in the code overview that you had before,
Ah,
and
okay.
then
So if I do, maybe if I need,
yeah,
okay, and then,
then if you click play, and then instead of desktop at the top, there's a component.
okay. Okay. And then I guess I have to like give it one of these things for it to actually show up. But we don't want any of these. We want then export. Let's copy the rotate one. So what we then want is to be with correct variant. And then I think the props that come in here actually contain a lot of information about the component. So, but I guess I need to give it that with correct variation for it to actually show up with this code.
Yeah.
I am imagining. So I'll go back here and then we'll. Well, now it just crashed on me. I'm not allowed to select from my fan funded, so I've probably done something wrong. I am missing a curly brackets. Okay, now I think we're going to be good to go. So I'll click on this. I'll select with correct variant. Then we'll do edit code. Then we'll do play. Then post an element. And we're not seeing anything because we're doing probably something wrong. Okay. So with correct variant, why is it not showing up? Canvas node cache, no data found for no. But we were seeing it earlier. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So with rotate, with hover, let's try this with hover component instead to see if it's actually like giving us the proper preview. No, but how can it's not showing me with the code override I'm doing. That is weird. Post item. See, now we're going to just Google it. Framer, C component with code override in, what do we call it? In the code editor. Or preview. Preview component with code override in code editor. Intro to code. Oh, everything is video, which is not good while we are on stream. Copy the code snippet. Copy the code snippet for override recorded. You can add the new code override in framer and give it a no. Yes. Apply to the desired frames and components. Select the object you want to apply. You're done. But how can I see it while I'm working? Well, that's the code override. You can create code override directly inside the framer. Go. Okay, let's try this one then. Custom page code. Custom. No, code overrides. Example. Now that you have in your new override, you can apply it, but I can't like look at it while I'm working on it. Example. You'll see the component. Specifying options. Well, I'll have to figure this out before tomorrow or before Wednesday how you do this. But let's just try some YOLO coding then. So we'll just call it with correct variant, and I want to see what kind of console, what kind of props we're seeing when that is used. So props, and we'll see the props that are available to us. And I guess if we go home and we go to the post item, this post item, and this post item, it has vid correct, and we do play. I think we are going to see some things in our console log. Props, yes. So we are actually getting, because what I wanted to see is that if we can get the slug, because if we can get the slug, we could get, know which one we want.
Yeah.
But it does not look like we're getting the slug there. We're getting the data, the height, the ID, the image, and the variant. But it doesn't look like we're getting the slug. Maybe we have to put the slug on there to be able to get hold of it.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, I think it's not showing up because the slug is probably when you create a CMS collection and you have these post overviews, then you click
Yeah.
on them, you end up on the actual page that contains it, and that's probably where the slug is. So we might need to hack it and have the slug somewhere but hidden, and you
I
get
think,
the content, right?
yeah. So I think what we forgot to do earlier with the excerpt was here on post ident, that we need to add it here, or we need to add
Yeah.
it as like a variable
Yeah.
on the, no, there's our excerpt. And then we'll need to add our slug then.
It's there. You see the excerpt? No, because I deleted it.
Yeah.
And
So,
you
but
had it as formatted text, right?
yeah.
Can you try that again? See if it works now?
Yeah. Excerpt. And then we'll also try to add the slug, I guess, as a plain text.
Yeah.
Because what I'm thinking now is that, okay, so you have this, do you have this component, and that needs its variables, and then you can connect those variables to the CMS collection.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Yeah. But where did it go?
So now we can probably, yeah, now we can put the excerpt to this text here.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be body, and we probably want to have content for the excerpt.
And then on this page, yeah, because now you can do edit content, and then we connect it to something. Here
Yeah.
we connected to the excerpt that we made in the post collection. Okay, so that makes sense. You have a CMS post item, and it has lots of data on it. And then you are creating a component, and you're saying this component needs X, Y, and Z data. And
Yeah.
then you connect it together, that you have your components variables matched up to the collections variables.
Yeah.
And then I think if we add here, I added the slug on the post item variable, and if we go back home, then we should be seeing that here, but now we're not seeing that there. I am getting confused because now the I want to set the slug. Didn't I add? So here we have a slug variable.
Yeah.
None, default none. And then if I
think
go back,
now you
yeah.
need to create, if you want to see the slug, you need to create like a new field. And like for example, I'm gonna go here and assign the slug to it, to the content.
So this will be our slug.
Yeah.
Okay, and then it will show up in our
Yeah.
collection here.
Yeah.
Okay. Because then I can go here, and then it will show up here after a while.
in the slug content, slug default text.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So you've got this. Now you need to
Mm-hmm.
stylize all of these things.
Yeah.
But
And then we say that that will be the slug. So now, yeah, trying the excerpt, and this will be the other one. Then I think if we go to play and we have a look at our console log, we should be able to see those props as well.
yeah,
Yeah, so now we have the slug. Oh, great, because then we can say, okay, if the slug starts with lock dash, we're going to use a different variant.
yeah,
Exciting. Let's see if it works. Okay, we have icons. We'll go to assets. So as I love kind of, when I get to know these no code tools, I often end up loving them. Like it's so much faster than when you code. But in the beginning, like
yeah,
now, I'm like, I just want to code. Like, where's my code editor? Like? You have to like set things in multiple places, but when you like get into it, it's a lot of fun that you can just change. Like now, you can just while I'm coding, you can go and style this slug without us being in the same code base, which is kind of fun.
yeah. Gonna make it
Okay.
gold.
Mm-hmm. So I think what I can do here now then is that we'll use all the same props, but we'll change the variant, and we'll then change the variant to that locked variant. But I'm not 100% sure how to how you name those variants. So let's just give it a go. What did we call the variant? We called it locked, didn't we?
No, I changed it to post colon default and then post dot colon locked. So you've got two different
Like
different.
that, like the stuff I'm writing here now. Post dot column locked. Was that what you said?
No,
I'm gonna
colon like the two dots. Like
Oh, colon. I thought you said column. Colon.
yeah.
Column makes much more sense.
There's my Belgian accent coming up.
I love that we're two Europeans doing this with
Yeah,
our well, some people tell me I sound like an American, but I am Norwegian. I am not
but you
American.
studied there, right?
Yes, I did actually.
There
I
you
did
go.
1 year of high school in southern Indiana. That was interesting, and I did 3 months in Boston for entrepreneurship, like this entrepreneurship program. So I've
Nice.
had different stints over there, and then I actually also did 3 months at a British boarding school at one point.
Oh wow.
When I came home from that, I did not speak like this. I spoke a very different English, I tell you that.
Very American.
Now, yeah, well, because now it's very American, but then it was like very proper English. Okay, let's see. So I tried now to set it to the correct variant, but it doesn't seem like that worked. So I'm guessing we'll have to like call it something. Maybe we need to get the maybe we need to.
But did we actually change the slug on one of the posts?
Yeah, we changed it on this second one, didn't we? On this is a locked post. I'm pretty sure I did it. But right now, the code is
Yeah.
actually changing all of them. So it shouldn't matter. Like
Okay.
the code is actually changing all of them to post locked. But um, I don't think that's exactly correct way of doing it. I saw someone do something similar where it was variant and you chose the correct variant, but they were very specific in how they named it. Because here you can see the variant is actually DZ something something. So I don't think
Oh yeah.
our variant name, but there was a way of like
Okay.
finding those variant names.
Yeah.
The unfortunate thing is that it's not that easy to Google framework code, but framework code override change variant. Let's see if we can figure it out. How to swap component override. See if we can find variants. Well, they just call them like monthly, quarterly, yearly. Well, this wasn't working, so referencing component variants in code. Let's Hope. Find it. Has this issue been resolved? Can you follow the steps? Can you have blah blah blah? Nobody's answering. What is his code then? Button variant. No. I know I've seen it done when I was like binging some content, but I didn't. How to use firmware components. How to build a pricing card override. Creating overrides, updating the variant. To make the override work, we need to set the variant based on the current value in our store and update the value whenever we click our components. We write the logic for setting the right variant and on-click handler. Okay, where is the code? Remix project. Look at that! We have a remix project. We'll just copy somebody else's code. Okay, I love it. Code overrides. Assets. Isn't the code overrides in the assets?
Well, you
There
gotta
we go.
click on the
Toggle.
component. Yeah.
Yeah, they just call it like variant on off.
Okay.
So that should, well, you know, we're going to remove the colon because that might be
Yeah.
that might be kind of interpreted. So if we just call it lock just to make and see, because when you do a encode, when you do a colon, it might end up
Oh
like
yeah. Yeah. I see.
being encoded, and then it might not be the exact same as we want it to be.
Okay.
So let's edit code again. So let's just try variant locked, and then we'll just skip the whole hover thing. And then vid correct lonent. Okay. Play. No. But that's exactly what he's doing. He's the props component. He's spreading the props. He's changing the variant. We are on the post item. We've selected the with correct variant. We are then setting. Oh, I'm not written variant correctly. Oh my. I am so sorry. This was completely on me. I cannot spell. So let's hope that was the issue. Look at that. That was the issue. I'm so sorry. That was the issue, everyone. We weren't doing anything. I wrote variant wrong. So don't write variant wrong. The next part of this code then will need to be that if the slug starts with locked, if props slug includes or starts with, I don't think we have it starts with in JavaScript, but it's includes or contains. I never remember which one, and I've been doing this for how many years? And JavaScript includes string. Yeah, it includes. So, but do we have a starts with? I think it's a new one. Start with. As you can see, yeah, we have starts with. Okay. Starts with. So we'll go and we do if slug starts with, and then we'll do locked dash. Then we'll return the locked variant. Else we'll return the default variant. And slug, well, it's an any. We're not fixing TypeScript errors right now because I cannot deal with that. Okay. Starts with is not function. Okay, great. Start. Again, I've written it wrong. This is me without my regular code editor. Okay. So this one should not have it, and then this one should have it. I mean, let's quit on this one because I feel like.
Yeah, and as you were speaking, I was working on the Z index for the members only, so it shows up at the very top of the frame that you added. So
you added what?
I changed the Z index on the members only
Yeah.
because
Okay.
before it was showing up like below or behind
Oh
the frame.
yeah, that's why it was so dark.
Yes, but that's
Oh,
fixed now. You can like
cool.
much like you do in CSS, you just change the Z index in the sidebar and then it shows up at the
Hmm.
top.
Oh my God, look at that. We already got that done. I'm
Yes,
pretty
we
proud of
have.
us. I am
Yes.
pretty proud of us. That was, and like most of the air problems we had is that I can't spell. So I think that that was pretty magical.
Yeah,
Um,
it's cool. I think it's a very good first step, and I think like it's part of trying to figure it out as we go. Huh?
yeah,
So, but it
absolutely.
works. It
It
works.
works. It works. So for people, just ending, I'm gonna try and add timestamps so we can have like a little bit of a summary at the end, that people can jump to. Um, and then we didn't get to the search post, but maybe we want to do that because that's kind of cool. Does that come straight out of from Framer, or do we have to do a lot of work to get a search post working?
Yeah, we might have to drop one of the search components they have in their library and then work from there because that's straight from Figma. This one, it's not like a proper search
Oh,
post.
okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So
but I
let's
might
try
I
to do
might just prepare that for next one and then we can just hook it up.
Yeah, let's do that. So on Wednesday, we'll just pop that in there. And then we can pop in the rudimentary Outseta stuff so that we can log in and register and kick people out of pages.
Yeah, nice.
Um, I think that's cool. And then on Friday, we'll like clean up whatever we haven't done.
Sweet.
Or do more advanced stuff. Um, yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you
and
so much for coming. Yeah.
Wednesday we're gonna do login and register as well, right?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Sweet.
So, but I
Perfect.
think both I have, so this was a pretty YOLO on the coding side because I just like, I got excited. I wanted to code this. But I already have code overrides for hiding and showing buttons depending on authentication state with code overrides and Outseta because we have I'll
Nice.
drop that into the description. I forgot to do that, but I'll drop that into the description, our current Framer Remix project, which is in kind of an alpha where I've been playing around with creating some of the more rudimentary like code overrides that are needed. But I hadn't gotten around to trying to like play around with variants with code because this will unlock so much for us without Outseta because now we could, for instance, create a we could have created a variant for these posts based on plan ID. So in Outseta, like if you are logged into the pro plan and I'm logged into the basic plan, and some of these posts are available to me and some of them are available to you, we could actually like have different variants based on what plan the person is logged in as. So if you're logged in as the basic plan, we could have a variant that says locked for basic,
Nice.
if it's a pro
Cool.
one, or so having this ability to choose variant based on code is actually like my mind now is just like all the things we can do. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
very
Nice. Cool.
inspired that we made this
Yeah.
work. Yeah. So a quick little summary. Today we started looking at this template that Damien created for us, which is a Patreon clone. We have the typical header here. We can log in and register or subscribe. I like this little action button to like really showcase that you can like follow. That we haven't made real yet, but it's there. Like it doesn't do anything yet. And then we have like a creator type profile with posts and other things you can do with the posts. But what we ended up working on today, because I just got excited about that, is being able to choose the variant of the post with code. So we can see here, this is a post that will be locked for members only, and this is a post that is open for everyone. And we created then two different variants, as they're called in Framer. How did I close this? Framer does not like that I've zoomed in so much on their interface. Well, now I can't zoom it out again, but we have the primary, and then we have the locked variant. And to be able to choose between the primary and the locked based on the slug, because that's how we want to um, be indicating if a post is locked or not. Because in Outseta, we can lock down pages based on the URL path. So all URLs that contain locked dash will be unavailable for unauthenticated users. So we wanted to do that in the front end as well. So we created the code that was just with the aptly named. I need to come up with a better name, but with correct variant, and it will check that if a post, if the slug starts with locked dash, it will show the locked variant, and if it doesn't, will show the default variant. And this will just open up a lot of possibilities for us. So
Very
if you
nice.
want to see us add the Outseta register and login capabilities, and also then showcasing that people will be kicked out of the locked posts, come back on Wednesday at 2 o'clock Central European time. And remember to like and subscribe and comment and follow Damien on Twitter. And I think that's it.
Cool. Very good. I'll see you on Wednesday.
Yeah. And then I just want to ask you, now that we've done one, we're still live, we're doing a little debrief live. How do you feel?
Yeah, good. Overall,
Yeah.
pretty good. Yeah, first
Yeah.
live stream. You got to start somewhere,
You got to start somewhere. I think you were very, and thank you so much for just jumping in. I love that. I just tweeted you. I was like, let's do live streams with Framer and Outseta. And you're like, yes, let's do it.
That's the way to go. That's the way to go.
It's the only way to go. And then usually for these live streams, it takes a while when we end the stream. So we just like wave awkwardly and smile awkwardly until we're back in kind of like the green room or the backstage.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we can
So
do that. We can do that.
yeah, check out the descriptions for all the links, and we'll see you on Wednesday and
All right.
around the interwebs. And then bye bye. We wave, we wave.